Well, this is the Big Clippy Beekeeper. I'm out here doing oxalic acid treatments. I'm using a ProVap, and it comes with its own little spoon for measurements, and that's what I use. I'm doing a voiceover because I'm wearing a respirator, and you should always wear a respirator with oxalic acid. So I use the little scoop. It's one little scoop per 10 frame box, and I have on some of my older high bottoms, there's actually a hole drilled in the back for oxalic acid vaporizer. So there I'm putting a shirt over the entrance to hold the oxalic acid vapor in. Then you go around, and the bottom of these are super hot, so you always got to use something to push it down with. Never use your hands or it will burn you. You put it in there, then you turn it up, give it a tap to make sure none of it sticks, and then you wait. And you can't see it on there, but I'm watching the temperature. And the temperature drops as the oxalic acid vaporizes, but when it steadies out and starts increasing, the temperature is when I take it out. I mean, you can time it. Some say 2 minutes, some say 1 minute, but I just watch that. Once it's done vaporizing, the temperature will start going back up. There I am checking to make sure it's all out and watching the temperature. And when I'm decided that it is done, I will take it out. And that's pretty much, and see, it's all gone. That's pretty much how you do it on them. And it's a 1/4 inch hole that I drill in them. And you can actually use a golf tee to stop the hose up, but I don't usually. And you take the shirt off or whatever you use to cover the entrance, and that hive is done. I will do that 2 more times within 6 or 7 days. So you do it 3 times every 6 to 7 days to catch every cycle, every phase of the brood, because mites, reproduce and brood, and this will not permeate a cat brood, so you got to get it when it's open. So you do the cycle every 6 to 7 days, and you will catch it in the cycle, and that way you will get all of it eventually. So this next one, it doesn't have the hole drilled in the back, so I'm going to do it from the front, and it's basically all the same, other than you just use your shirt or your towel or whatever you're going to use to cover the entrance. That way it holds the vapor in. It's the same deal. You turn it upside down, push the cap down, cover it with a towel, and just slide it in there. And like I said, either time it for whatever you want to time it for, or just watch your temperature. And these, I know the ProVaps are expensive. If you're using the wand, I mean, I think you time it 2 minutes, because it's not as hot as this ProVap would be, so it takes a little longer to vaporize. But it's the same principle. You would slide it up in there and cover it with a towel and time it. Like I said, this is for my winter prep. I'm trying to knock the mites down, because this month and next month they will be making their winter bees. And we want as low a mite count and as healthy as winter bees as we can get going into the winter. To clarify, you do it 3 times every 6 days to start your winter prep, and you do the same thing when you're doing your spring knockdown on mites every 3 days, and then once a month after. So here's one of my styrofoam loops, and I will do it just a little different. Instead of just covering the entrance, I lay the shirt down so my ProVap can ride on it, and that way it doesn't melt the styrofoam. But and then you just kind of cover the rest of it up. Yeah, you don't want it to melt the entrance, and it will. It gets pretty hot. But I use the same dosage on the 5 frames as I do the 10s. They say you can't overdose on oxalic. Instead of just measuring it out, I just do a whole 10 frame dose. I mean, if you want to do a 5 frame, you want to cut it down, just do half a 10 frame dose, which will work. But I use a 10 frame dose. It's just quicker and easier, and you can see this is pretty quick. I mean, if you have more than 5 hives, probably paying the time wise and alone to get a ProVap or something similar, which mine's pretty old now, that you can get actually cordless battery, with a battery. But I've had mine for several years, because I've always, there at one time I had like 40 hives, so it would be very time consuming to use the little one on 40 hives. I think you average about 3 minutes a hive on this one, maybe 4. Where you might spend 10 or 15 with a wand, because the wands heat up slower. But it's pretty simple. I mean, you can see I'm just going from hive to hive, going around to the other side. I'm gonna do them 2 little nukes, and then one on the end. All right, I started with the one on the end, and same deal. You just rinse and repeat. It's pretty easy, but it's a very important. That I have been slacked off. I have used up stuff, but I've used mite strips and stuff. This is the cheapest and the easiest, because some of that mite medicine that you buy, it get pretty expensive. But you need to treat something, because you'll lose bees every winter. I mean, you're going to lose bees anyway, but you're going to lose a lot more from the disease that is transmitted by mites. So I would highly recommend treating at least oxalic acid. I mean, it's probably the closest natural you can get, because it's made out of, it's the defense mechanism of plants. They derive it from plants, so and it don't hurt the bees. So I would definitely at least treat with oxalic acid if you're not going to do anything else. But that's part of the winter process. I'm going to start feeding, try to build up a pretty good colony for winter. Mix up some sugar water today, start putting it on my hive pop feeders, and get them ready. But if you like the video, I'd love for you to subscribe, comment, like, share. If you got any comments, got any questions, just post them. I'll see them and I'll answer them if I can. And if I can't, I'll find the answer for you. But this is my yearly mite treatment. I'll just let the video run to the end with no more voiceover, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Hate it when my doubts and my fears swell up like the ocean. It feels like I could drown in my tears. Everything's overflowing. Scared that I won't get it right, get it right. My nerves are working overtime. Tell myself to calm down. You just gotta be fearless. 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 Once I get in and I put it in drive, ain't no more stopping me, don't even try. Controlling the chaos, controlling the vibe. Yeah, that's all the shots that you don't take. You'll never be heard if you don't say. Just gotta get out your own way. You can't learn to fly anymore if you don't let go. Step out of the shadows, into the fire. Don't be afraid to go out on a wire. Live in the moment, turn it up louder. This is what you're made for. You just gotta be fearless.